How's it going, everybody? Kevin here from the Boba Squadron podcast. We're doing this live tonight and talking about the Bad Batch Season 3, Episodes 6 and 7. And of course, don't forget, if you're in Toronto, check out the Toying Around Toy Con presented by eCollectibles, April 7th. Get tickets on toyingaround.ca/TATC. Let's get into this show.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Paul. Hey, Ernie. Hey, Yoko.
Hello there, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi,
This is Ashley Epstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano.
and you're tuned in to Boba Squadron.
And I can't wait to hear what you have to say on Boba Squadron.
This is the podcast you're looking for.
Thank you for tuning in. This is the Boba Squadron podcast live tonight. And we're trying to get a new intro, but some people maybe haven't submitted their videos yet. We'll get into that, of course. But if this is your first time tuning in, what I do every week here, we talk about new Star Wars media that's out, news, and of course, as toy collectors, we're going to talk about other collectibles that may be available or coming out or up for pre-order. But of course, I am joined by my squadron tonight. We are at full capacity, max power, whatever you want it to be. Let's bring on first who's here hanging out with us last week, our good friend Ernie the Fallen Fed. What's up, Ernie?
Oh, I'm first. Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, because I talked about the intro, and did you do that video?
Yeah. No, I freaking didn't. You know what? I'm fully putting that on Yoko. That's her fault in order to yell at me every day to do it, and she hasn't been able to. So it's my fault, dude. That is my bad. I'm going to do it immediately after this show. I have nothing going on. I will do it immediately after this show.
I'm going to pull like a Jerry Springer style. It's like, well, I have a surprise for you. Guess who's here? We have backstage that you just were trying to gaslight everyone. Please welcome back to Monday Night Boba Squadron, our good friend, Yoko McCann.
And Kev, could you tell for the class, please, which Boba Squadron member has performed their homework on time?
That's true.
For class. Yeah. The one and only Yoko. Welcome back. I also said welcome back, but
welcome back.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you so much for last week phoning in live on the
Was that last
location.
week? Yeah.
That was 1 week ago. Crazy, right?
That's probably when I got sick.
1 week ago, yes. I was going to say you're standing out in the rain in Japan,
In the rain?
calling in, saying hi to us, and look, but you're back. You're back, and you're ill.
Well, I'm doing better. I've been physically back for almost a week. I am mentally back for the first time today, I think. So,
hey,
I'm glad to test this out here in front of all the people.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
We're happy to have you back, and want to hear about some of your trip. Not all of it. Let's not get crazy. You got your own shows going on. We'll hear some things, and of course we want to hear if there's any cool merch you got out there. And okay, like that's a weird way to check if your mic is working. Pat it like a pet. But there you go. Yes, and of course our third and final Boba Squadron member who is back from the great state of Virginia, home of the Clips, best rap duo, maybe. But yeah, you're welcome back to our show, Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee. Hey, buddy.
Hello there.
Welcome back.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
We're all here.
Good to be back.
How long has it? Ooh, talking's not going so well. How long has it been? All four of us.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
No.
Almost a month.
Really?
Almost a month.
Feels like it's been longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, Paul, you were gone down at I forget the name of the con.
I was at GalaxyCon
in
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Virginia. Do you remember? Does anybody remember the movie John Carter? It was that Disney movie with.
I remember with oh my god, Taylor Kitsch, right?
That's it.
No,
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's great. It is really great. I like that movie a lot. I think it was underrated. Met with a lot of hate, but like he plays this Civil War soldier basically who gets transported to Mars, and he's trying to communicate with the natives there. And he says, "No, I'm from Virginia. I'm from Virginia." And they go, "Virginia," and they call him Virginia the whole time. It's a great little thing. But
Oh,
yes, I was in the
no
lovely
idea.
state of Virginia for the first time ever, and it was
Yeah.
lovely. It's great con. Super busy, wire to wire every day.
Nice.
It looked like it. My whole feed was filled with nothing but that GalaxyCon, and you were like every other post. And I was like, this is awesome. This is cool.
That was great. People were
I like
awesome.
that, though. It looked like they've planned a lot of content. Like there was reels and stuff of you doing different things. You did one with the armor.
Yes,
Follow.
but that's Emily. Emily Swallow does a lot of. I mean, she's got her social media stuff together.
Mhm.
And so she does a lot of charity work as well, and draws and little little bites here and there. I did a couple of TikTok things for the con. Their social media team's pretty cool as well. And I was actually sitting across. It was so busy though. So get this, Emily was on my right and Daniel Logan was on my left, which was amazing. Got a chance to finally chat with him. He
Nice.
introduced Ian McDiarmid, who's the Emperor. And then, but sitting across from me was Ashley Eckstein, Matt Lanter, and James. Who does Obi-Wan's voice?
James Arnold Taylor.
James Arnold Taylor. They were right across. I didn't even get a chance to say hi to any of them.
And they were across from you?
They were across from me, but it was just like it might as well have been in another city. But it was
Yeah.
it was insane. There were a lot of people there.
Were you like, you're in our intro?
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, which is really funny because they turned around and it was like they couldn't hear me. The more I yelled at it, and I suddenly realized, oh, so this is what Ernie feels like.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Yes. Everywhere. That's exactly it. And then you sit there and you're like, oh, I was just talking to everybody. That's all.
Yeah, and then did you do? Was it a Star Wars panel you did with Katie Sackhoff and
Giancarlo Esposito?
That looked like fun.
Emily. That was great. I always feel like such a, an imposter being up there because it's Giancarlo Esposito, Katie Sackhoff, Emily Swallow, and Paul Sun-hyung Lee, and it's just
No
like,
way, dude. Come on,
it's so weird. It's just it's really weird being on the same stage.
Come on, 3 shows, buddy.
Yeah, you're the most popular man right now.
Some of them are known for like one thing, and you are now known for like 3.5 whole things. Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, I was counting Boba Squadron as a half.
Oh,
woo! We got.
I always do too. That's what I always lead with too, Yoko. You know, Boba Squadron.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. Did you film anything yourself, or was it just? Well, you got to meet some fans too, right?
Yeah, got to meet a lot of fans, which was awesome. I was actually anointed the new R2D2 at the panel. Little girl came up and had the best comment. She says, how do you feel about being the new R2D2 of the Star Wars universe?
No way.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
No.
So flattering. It was just like got a big reaction from the audience. It's probably one of the most insightful things I've heard at a panel, which was amazing.
That's
and so for the rest of the con, people were wanting me to sign autograph their pictures and whatnot as the new R2D2. So
that's awesome.
It was fun.
Ooh, what if Carson Teva gets R2? Oh wait, is he hiding a map right now or not yet? I don't remember.
No. Look, man, Carson Teva doesn't even have an action figure, so.
Thank you, so glad to have you back. That's right.
But if we need another Mandalorian fleet commander or another Axe Woves, we got you covered.
You weren't here for the what's the ship? The ship, is it the E-Wing?
Oh yeah, the E-Wing with Lieutenant Callahan. He of 30 seconds of screen time. Oh yeah, let's get her and let's get that other dude there too. That's awesome because you need a pilot for the ship.
They're saving you for like a really special moment. I feel it.
30 years from now. 30 years from now, when I'm no longer relevant, they go, do you remember this guy? And everybody say no. And then they'll release and it'll be like $500 It'll just be a repaint. And they'll say it's
But
a
he comes with
limited
2
edition.
stormtroopers.
Yeah, exactly. 2 stormtroopers.
Yes, I'm gonna say what's up to the chat in a second after we catch up with Yoko also, but Alexander Eagleson, I see you. Thank you, my friend, and thank you for watching over on Twitch and the $2 super chat on YouTube as well. Says I've been posting in Twitch from Japan. That's right, you're there. I saw you posted he's eating that steak katsu on the little hot steel plate that you put the strips on. Did you do that, Yoko?
I did not do that, but that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I think I saw Ryan he had that too.
Yeah.
It's a I don't know, Wagyu, I guess, steak katsu sliced up, and then they have a little fire in front of you with a metal structure, and then you just put a piece on and you sear the sides.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
I've seen it on Instagram. It looks delicious. I don't think I had any steak actually.
you didn't have any beef back in
I don't think
the
so.
motherland.
No, I didn't.
Well, what was it like? What did you do out there? That was some highlights. Any cool collectibles you saw?
Yeah, I'm like slowly piecing my memory back together, and I have a bunch of videos I wanted. Like seriously, I've been like on a cat schedule since I've been back. Like literally sleeping 18 hours a day. There were a few days in a row, like when I would sleep in stretches of 12 or 13 hours. Like that's since I've been back. Like that's wild, you know. And I'm just so today's like the first day where I'm truly functional. So that's good news. But that means I'm barely like I haven't really like I came home feeling crappy, right? So like I've barely unpacked or anything, and so I haven't gone through anything. But I have all these videos I want to put together. So hopefully I start feeling better enough to do that. But I was able to squeeze in a lot, really. I went to I don't know if there are any Studio Ghibli fans in the chat, but I went to the Ghibli Museum, which was really special. That was really cool. I went to Disneyland. Ooh, I'm gonna pull up the video and I will show you why I'm sick, actually. But
Disney?
Disneyland, of course, was a lot of fun. Yeah. Did I show you the video of the entrance, Kev? I showed Ernie.
No, I don't think I saw it.
99.9% sure this is where I got sick. What else did I do? I went a little. I didn't spend too much time in Akihabara, but I wish I did more there. But I think I was kind of starting to feel it actually at that point, and so I was just so tired that I didn't have the. It's so overwhelming. Japan can be really overwhelming. Just the sheer amount of people and stuff, and here on my little island, it's just very different.
Oh, that's true.
But what else did I do? I did some other things. I went to the giant Gundam. That was really cool.
And that's
that
done
was
at the end
fun
of
to
this month,
see.
right?
Gundam and Grandma, right?
Gundams
Kev?
and Grandmas is
Yeah.
Oh, we can't give away the new title of your new segment.
Yeah, it's my new podcast called Gundams and Grandma.
You saw a giant Gundam with Grandma.
And then I went to go see my grandma, my 105-year-old grandma. Who's fine, by the way. I'm the only one sick. What else did I do?
She's
I
like,
think
you're
that's about
weak.
it.
America
Yeah,
has made you.
right?
Wait, I don't know why she sounds Eastern European, but it's like America has made you weak.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Let me see if I can pull up this video. Is this
You've
it?
been away too
No.
long. You forgot what
That's
it's
a
like.
Rockwood video.
Alexander says, get well soon, Yoko. Thank you. On behalf of Yoko,
Sure.
but thank you for the super chat.
Thank
While
you.
Yoko, oh, there you go. Oh, that was fast. It's like you manage a show using similar software. I can add to stage.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
This is waiting to enter Disneyland.
It's hey guys, remember COVID?
Yeah.
Was it Mike who said that?
Huh?
High School Creations? It was one of our trips, either Decon or
Oh, yeah.
somewhere, and it was really packed. And I think just out of nowhere, in a crowd like this, Mike was like, "Hey guys, remember COVID?"
Yeah. It was like this for an hour waiting to get in. So
And it gets cold too, right?
yeah.
At Disney there.
So I'm guessing in that moment. That was when this happened. But it was a lot of fun. So worth it? We'll see.
Well, looking forward to all the videos you have and are going to edit together.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do better than me and it's not just like old videos living on my hard drive and my camera.
No.
For forever. Ernie, what about you?
I went to Disneyland this weekend. That was about it. That was all I did. That was all.
What do you mean?
That
That's
was it.
you act like it's not a big deal.
What? We talked about my vacation from last week.
Okay,
These
so
two are the ones who've been gone. Yeah. I was just Disneyland chilling this weekend. That's all.
all right.
Friday
all right.
night was the latest that I've ever been, and I ran in and did a 20-minute run to Mickey's Railroad. And then Sunday, I was there and rode Thunder Mountain with the kids, and then they
Is
had
it
to
Runaway
go.
Railway?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
I always say it
the
wrong.
Mickey
That's
thing.
what it's
I love that
called.
ride.
Is
I
it?
haven't been
Is it
able- yeah, I
Runaway
haven't-
Railway?
It's hard
I
to
always
say.
call it.
I think
I
so.
know. See, that's why. So I always just say Mickey's Railroad. That's it.
And even
It
then, you
was-
didn't really quite nail it.
No, I didn't. It was our niece's birthday, and we had such a long day from work to the extra job to then picking her up, dropping off Riley, and then entering Disneyland at 11:20, and they close at midnight. So yeah, it was sprinting to the back because Valerie had to ride that ride. So there was no telling her no either. And she had to prove Ernie wrong. So we did. Yeah.
All right.
Because
Did you pick
I
up?
picked her up and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I think we're going to have to scan and then leave. Like, there's no time. And she's like, well, if you drive fast on the freeway, we can at least get 2 rides in. And I'm like, no, we're probably not. And she's like, yes, we are. Okay. And so we did. We got in and we rode the car for the first time down to the castle, and then technically a ride, and then ran all the way to Mickey's at Small World. And she kind of eyeballed me when we got on, like, told you. And I was like, all right, well played. And then,
Nice.
yeah, we did that. So
Well,
happy
since
birthday,
you-
Valerie.
Happy birthday. Did you pick up anything while you were there?
No, I didn't see anything on Sunday either. There was nothing good Star Wars wise. No sabers are on sale or anything right now, so nothing at all. I do have people out there hunting the Ross stuff, so I do have a new saber. Got a new saber, Paul.
Did
Ross
you push
has
the kid down to get it?
no, somebody
Then I'm
else
not
did for
interested.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no.
even better. By
But
proxy.
the price is interesting because it's
Oh,
the Hasbro Leia saber for $40.
Hasbro Leia saber
Yeah,
at the park?
no,
Oh,
no,
this is
at
separate.
Ross.
Okay.
Ross.
At
Oh,
Ross.
at Ross is right. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great deal. $40
Yeah,
Those
so I'm
stupid
waiting
things
to
go
get
for
that
like
one.
in Canada, like close to like 400.
$300-400. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So I have that
fantastic.
new
Although
and some figures, but there was
$40
nothing at
Canadian
Disney.
is about $400. I mean, $40 American is about $400 Canadian. So
True.
the math works. The math
Yeah.
works. Did you guys see? Speaking of lightsabers, sorry, just something. Asajj Ventress sabers at the park. There's a limited run of them. I mean, they pulled a Hasbro and just had the same hilts in there, but the box was modeled after the one that Count Dooku or somebody gives Asajj, where it's the it opens up in like an X shape and it's got the symbol on it. I think I saw a
Yeah,
review
it
on
went-
Hyperdrive.
It went.
I
It
didn't
went
know that.
online last week. I think it was while I was out of town. I saw it go up.
Yeah. But if
No
you already
clue.
have the sabers, apparently
I
it's
didn't,
nothing
yeah.
new. You basically
Yeah.
what you want to do is it's the
Special box.
box itself
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
spectacular.
Oh.
And the way it opens up too. But I don't think
Is
it plays any
this it?
music or anything either. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm. Disciple of the Sith. I had no clue about this.
Really?
Oh,
When I go this weekend, I'll
Don't
get
you do like
pictures
3
of it.
Star Wars shows?
Yeah, I do. And there we go. This is news to me.
We didn't talk about this.
No,
I
we
don't think
didn't.
did. We spent a lot of
No.
time on that fake Mando and Grogu post.
Here, there. Yeah,
Uh,
it really got us. And I'm hoping that tonight's news is real.
it looks pretty official. Paulie, did you grab anything at the con? I know it gets busy. I don't know if you had a chance to
No,
look
I
for stuff.
didn't. I never got a chance. I did get gifted a number of lovely prints. I don't have them with me. They're all upstairs right now. We got home today at about 3:00 this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm fighting off some con crud right now. Just meeting a lot of people, and then Miles had a baseball training session, so I took him out there, and we just got back, and
Vixen
so
7
that's
Up.
why. What's that?
Vixen 7 Up.
Yeah,
What's
Vicks
that
on the
potion?
feet.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. Vicks on the feet, put
You'll be
socks
good.
over them, and then I've just got a couple of Advil cold and sinus things happening right now. So
Do you
That's
do the
what-
cold effects? The Don Cherry cold effects?
no, I don't believe in that crap.
Really? I love it.
Do you?
I don't know why. It's expensive though.
Good for you.
The what?
It's
It's a preemptive thingy.
it's
All
a
right.
If you
cold thing sold by a hockey personality
Huh?
or endorsed.
Alright.
it's like
by,
if you
yeah.
feel it coming on, you take it, and it's supposed to boost your immune system. So before the cold has a chance to take hold, it just sort of eradicates it. So
Right. Yoko,
Thanks, Alex.
you saw that Star Wars 3.75 1997 set in Japan. Did you get any Star Wars stuff, or should we just wait for cool stuff I got in Japan 2 weeks
know,
ago
I-
video?
That's
my Yoko voice.
I don't know that I picked up any Star Wars things. I didn't really find anything.
You
I
did
should
it.
have gotten that Hong Kong set.
You should have.
I used
But
to
you
have
did
that.
help me get something, and I need to send you.
Oh yeah. Again, I
Cash
haven't
money.
touched my stuff.
Yeah. Can you Lysol wipe that though?
Yes, I will. I bought a bunch of stuff, probably for multiple reels, but I didn't get any. I don't think I got any Star Wars stuff. I was really bummed because I wanted to buy Star Tours stuff at Disneyland, and there was nothing. Yeah,
Really?
That sucks.
there was some. So when I went to where did I go? Nakano Broadway. It's like a mini Akihabara kind of. It's like an up and coming place, and it's basically like one mall with all these little shops in it. And there's a lot of retro toys in there, and
okay.
a lot of stores that call themselves retro toys, but are really new toys, But there were a couple of those stores had a bunch of Star Wars stuff, and that was the one Star Tours thing I saw that Randall is referencing in the chat was a cool that I showed you, right, Ernie? The Star Tours ruler.
No,
Oh my god, that was the coolest thing, and but
that was
but,
Ryan, not me.
I didn't show you. Are you sure I didn't show you?
No,
But
no.
it was. It was not,
Uh-oh.
but it was cool.
Is that my computer? Or is that Yoko?
No, that was Yoko.
Your
I mean,
virus is attacking your computer now.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
anything.
it cut out for a bit. I think your island
Yeah.
moved.
My island moved.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
mention that. Oh.
The plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten too. Before I left, I did a post on this. I did get a nice care package from Jazzwares.
Okay.
They basically sent me almost all of their Series 5 chips, and so here are some of the highlights. This one here is the U-wing. I'm gonna save this for an unboxing. I forgot I was going to Richmond too, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna unbox it on Sunday. And it's like, oh no, I'm gonna be at the con on Sunday. So this is the U-wing, which is their Starship class, and it's cool because you get 3 figures in it. With it, the 3 little mini ones. I think it's Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, and K2SO,
Sweet.
which is really cool. Another one, and this is a Target exclusive, and there's been a lot of interest in that one. This is the Bongo submarine, the Gungan Bongo
that's
submarine.
dope.
Yeah, so
So
you get Jar Jar, and I think it's Anakin in there. Is that
Nice
Anakin?
sticker
It's
too.
Obi-Wan.
25th.
No, sorry, I
anniversary.
meant Obi-Wan, Padawan Obi-Wan, Anakin, Jesus. But it's the 25th anniversary edition. It's a Target exclusive for episode 1.
Nice.
And in that same vein, you have the N1 Starfighter from Jazzwares with little Anakin, little Annie.
There you
Little
go.
Orphan Annie.
Yeah.
Let's try spinning.
So, yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah, I remember seeing that post right before you left, and then did you do a live or a post? And then you're like, you had to do a follow up post. I think you forgot to post something else. It was a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. No, it was funny because I'm still figuring out Instagram and stuff. And it says, now you can respond to people's comments with a reel. And I thought it would, for whatever reason, would appear in the comment section, but it recorded itself as an actual reel and popped up onto my page. And so I was like, oh, that was made public. Like I didn't know it was going to happen, but yeah, I ended up getting it's the desert skiff from Return of the Jedi as well as on there. So it was pretty cool. Really
Very
cool. A lot of
nice.
chase and rares they sent me as well. So like the Luke's hologram X-wing, this Darth Vader's Sith fighter, and yeah,
Good
others.
stuff.
So yay!
Very nice.
And of course, Thursday, you and I are going to be headed over to the Empire State Building in New York for the Imperial March on the March of the Empire, March on the something.
I have no. I'm just. I
I'm
don't
gonna
have.
You
say
guys-
I think that's a secret, Paul.
Is it? No, there's posts on it already.
Is there? Okay.
Hey, this last weekend I was at.
Are you guys base
jump?
jumping?
I was
Yeah.
at Toronto Comic Con, and I got to chat with some cool people, hang out with some friends. I met and got an autograph from Dennis Lawson, and I did a quick video, but it I don't think I was ready, and you guys are never going to see that video. It's so bad, but I got an autograph, and I think I saw John Takis was there, and Kat Chin was there, but at separate times. And I think my old age is starting to hit me because 2 days after I got the autograph, I was sitting there. I'm like, shoot, I have the Black Series helmet of Wedge Antilles, and I could have gotten that signed. And
Oh,
put that next to the Carson Teva helmet.
dang.
Yeah, I don't know. I made a huge mistake, but hey, here we are. And but I also another cool part was on Sunday I got invited to do a panel at Toronto Comic Con by Dominic from the Star Wars Underworld. I want to make sure I pronounce Underworld podcast. So if there's anyone who's joining today from there, thank you for being here. But yeah, it was cool. It was like a little panel room, maybe like 80 people. I think it was probably 70-80% filled, so it was fun. Matt Logic was there. He's still in town, and we hung out, walked around the con for a bit, and he sat in the panel, and just got to talk with some really cool people for about 45 minutes, an hour, like this, just like we do here, and then talked about the Toy Con coming up. But yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend too, and I didn't really buy much either, unfortunately. But the cool part about cons is going and hanging out with friends and meeting new people. And speaking of friends, there are a lot of friends in the chat that are back with us tonight after we have our full team here. I like to play some music while I say hello to everyone. Can you hear me clearly? Sometimes it goes choppy. Ernie, Yoko?
What?
Okay.
Present.
You're kind of fading in and out.
You're in and out.
How's that with the music? They really need to fix that. Anyway, let's
Mhm.
what's up. We have first in the chat channel member Winger Lose, who very graciously again got screenshots for us tonight. So basically just for catching. Torrentsu is here. What's up? PK Peak Obi-Wan. Anna is here. Hi, Anna. Welcome
Hi,
back
Anna.
to Canada also. Catchin, John Takis, Bad Wolf Media. What's up? Another channel member says good evening, one and all. Matt Logic. Again, we got to hang out. That was cool. D Sertle is here. What's up? Mackerson, watching over on Twitch. Mackerson, if you can come down to the Toy Con, which is happening this next month, the first Sunday, April 7th. That'd be cool. If you want to come say hi, what's up, or check out the show. Paulie's gonna be there signing autographs, taking photos. This is not a secret. Alexander Eagleson watching from Twitch. We haven't seen Paul since the week before Avatar came out. That's right. And I don't think we got to chat with Paul about the whole series as a group. Win or lose, James Howlett is here. Quinn Collin, good to see you. We have super chats from Alexander, Tommy K, Lady Marine. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us this Monday evening. Mr. Ryan Dole is here, of course. I got to hang out with Ryan last week or the week before, and the Toy Anxiety bootleg. Time is both fast and slow, so I can't remember. But thank you, Ryan. That was a lot of fun hanging out. Steve 3, what's up? Says happy Monday. Nerds, Steve 3, hope you're doing well. Doombot 9000, Michael is here, says, "Sweet, time to soothe Lil Miss Baby Fett with Ernie on the TV." Federation Federation representation. Hope everyone and the families are doing great. That's so nice. Thank you. You too. Catchin and 80s baby. What's up, Dario? Ryan Dole watched Avatar twice, says Ryan Dole. Very nice. Speaking of representation, should we just get this out of the way first, Yoko? Because this has been I don't know. I don't want to say brewing, but I feel like it needed to be addressed um, in full with Polly back. Um, do you want me to set it up, or you got it?
Is this about Ernie? I would love for you to set it up.
And Dario,
Are you serious?
you want to save this for the end?
And Dario's here. No, do it now. Let it all out. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, it's a good start. Yoko, you want me to do it? Okay, so
Yeah.
on the Fallen Fett Chronicles, where Yoko and Dario also are co-host part of the show. But how did it come up though that Ernie didn't know?
It was in a group, so it was in a group chat.
Okay.
Which I thought was private.
And
well, she didn't send screenshots or anything. She just told me.
It was in a group chat with Ernie, Dario, and myself. And I was talking about my upcoming trip to Japan.
Oh.
And I think one of them had asked me if I had ever been before to Tokyo Disneyland. So I think in response to that, I think I sent an old picture of me and my dad and Minnie Mouse, when I was like 4 or 5. And the response was like, "I didn't know your dad was white." From Ernie. The response from Ernie was, "I didn't know your dad was white." And I'm like, seriously? all
Yoko
this time?
McCann.
Right. With that as my name. And it went on for a little bit before I get a wait, hold on one sec, my bad. And it switches into so Dario sometimes is logged in as Ernie to help him with posts on Instagram.
Yes.
And Dario didn't realize that he was responding to me logged in as Ernie. So he said, but okay, so I was about to give Ernie benefit of that, be like, okay, that was actually Dario. That was Dario who didn't know. And Dario and I aren't as close. So I was like, all right, maybe that's excusable. Still kind of funny, but
I don't know.
Slightly more excusable. And then Ernie comes back with, "I didn't know either."
You could have, so he could have played it off like, "Oh, that wasn't
have.
me." But no, double down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at work while this fake conversation is going on, so I didn't know anything about it. I just got messages on my phone that are like, "Seriously, Ernie? Oh, I can't believe it." And I'm sorry, when Yoko types, I hear her voice. So I know that seriously, Ernie. And I was like, what did I do this time?
Like, were there no indications? I mean, there are indications that they just not,
no, there
click,
was no
or you didn't want to.
Didn't know.
Well, because you hadn't clicked on it yet, right? So you're getting my notifications, but he doesn't know that he's responding.
No, I mean, like, being friends with Yoko this whole time and knowing her name.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry. Like I was fully under the impression that Yoko McCann is not her name. So
completely
I'm just rolling with that.
Full alias.
Here goes Paul. I just got the eye from Paul. Yeah, I swear to God, Paul. I'm sorry. Some families, even not only Mexican descent, but whatever, either the Mexican descent is going to go with all 8 family names, or they're going to come and just like choose one and be like, it's actually, my dad's middle name is going to be Garcia, so that's what we're sticking with, but I'm actually Martinez. Or we're rolling with Smith because when I was brought over here, that's my name change now. So I'm thinking McCann was one of those situations. So as I click it, and now go ahead.
Paul, you want to take this one?
The thing is, you're probably not wrong, Ernie, but it was the Irish people, not the Japanese people.
I don't think I know a single Asian family that came to North America, got off the boat, whatever it is, and the guy's there with the ledger. What's your name? And they're like, you know what?
I McCann.
The Asian thing, I'm gonna let's try something different
It's
right here.
it's kind of like that episode of The Simpsons where Kent Brockman is trying to read the news and he says, a massive earthquake rocked the nation of France and does that. That's literally what you thought happened. It's like, your last name is what? Iwa McCann. There you go. That's literally what you thought happened. That's
Did
what
you
you thought
know
happened.
this?
I will give you this though, Ernie. I will
Did he do an
give
accent?
you this. I mean, yes, she could have been from the clan McCann Iwamatsu Suzuki or
Something,
whatever. It
right?
could have been, and they said no. Let's just say no. It's like, what's your name? FN 3817. F what? I'm gonna call you Finn from now on.
TK.
It
Yes.
could have been something like that, but I'm sorry. I'm just beside myself. I don't know what to say, Ernie. Every time I think you've reached rock bottom, you begin to dig, right? And just find new ways to just totally impress me. To be fair, that actually did kind of happen to my family because my family's last name is Y-I-E. But when we came to Canada, they were like, Yee. No, what did change it to Lee? Or they misheard it and they put it down as Lee. So that's the thing. My
Exactly.
Korean name is sun-hyung.
Mm.
It's not McCann sun-hyung, though. That's completely different, Ernie. It's not even
Why
close,
is it
Ernie.
Not? I don't
Think
know.
about it.
I don't know Asian last names like I know
Calling you
Mexican
Paul
the
last
Liar
names.
from now on.
It's so
Gonzalez,
apparent.
Martinez, Hernandez.
Ernie,
Da.
that is so apparent.
There's
that you
3
don't know.
different Villarreals for mine.
All
Are
of
you
those
a
are
2
still in
R?
the same
Or are you
culture.
a 1 R?
Do we
and
all look
family.
the same? Is that what it is, Ernie?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not say that. So
Also,
I
what was, the accent,
finally.
Ernie.
what was the accent that you did, Ernie? Yoko,
That was
can
an
you
Irish
tell me?
We'll
accent.
have to roll the tape back. It was how it was how he deemed McCann being granted to me.
That was Irish accent.
Yeah.
The one with the
Ooh.
leisure was Irish. So he said,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you my cousin's name. So that's
Oh, the
what
guy,
it was.
that was his accent. All right.
Yes. And so I finally click on it and I see the photo. And then, yes, I was still looking for Yoko's dad. And then I read the comment as far as, you didn't know I was half white? And I was like, oh, that's Yoko's papa. Oh my goodness. No, I did not know this.
Wasn't
And
there
then it
also
turned
like
into
a Mickey Mouse in the photo?
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
someone
Minnie, right?
A Minnie Mouse.
I mean, the picture was literally me, my dad, and Minnie Mouse. Yeah.
Yes.
There were no other people
Yeah.
in the photo.
Yeah, there was nobody else. So I didn't know. And she's like, you didn't know? And I'm like, no. And then that got into a whole story. And then, yes, but the kicker was her going off on me when it was really Dario. And then now me and Dario are both getting yelled at. And now everybody knows each other's lineage. And here we are. So, yes, my fault. I apologize. I
I've
didn't
waited
know.
so long for this. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're all back.
But there was
Wait.
the point where I was like, wait, I'm sending Kev a screenshot. Because I did warn you that this is going to be shared.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I want to thank Alexander Eagleson over on Twitch, cheered 100 bits, and another 100 said hello, Paul, to us, and gifted 1 month tier 1 sub to Mackerson. Thank you. Incredible. Alexander Eagleson says, hi, Ernie, Kev, and the lovely Yoko. It's not that Kevin and Ernie are not lovely. It just feels awkward when I say that. No. You should totally tell us. You're lovely.
Yeah.
John to the
I like
Ross
to
says,
feel lovely.
so you're not Japanese.
See? No, she's like 10% Japanese and she's 90% Irish. She's not even sick. She was drinking all day yesterday
Wait,
Yeah.
because
He
of
was
St.
talking
Patrick's
about
Day?
you, Ernie.
because it was St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, and I didn't
Crazy.
want to offend Yoko yesterday, so I didn't send her a happy St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
nobody wished me a happy St. Patrick's Day. What the?
See,
what
but
the
I
hell?
didn't know how to get yelled at. Oh, because I'm McCann and she's sick? I'm like, not today. I'm too busy. I'm not going to go for it today. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So
Well-
I didn't. But happy St. Patrick's Day, Yoko.
We
I
cleared
hope
the
you
air.
had green water or something. I don't know.
No, I slept.
She
Thanks.
had green tea.
I did have green tea.
Bringing both worlds together. The green tea, and there it is. Why don't you market that?
I'm sorry.
McCann green tea. Oh my god.
That'd be
That
so
is it right
confusing.
there. With Irish whiskey in it. Oh,
Oh no.
there it is.
Okay, let's get out to the Star Wars stuff. Let's move it along. Some
Yeah.
official Star Wars media news, not speculation or hearsay or digital renders. Well, it is
I hope
rendered,
so.
but this is official from the Star
I
Wars
hope
and
so.
Disney Plus account. In an age of light, a darkness rises. This poster is actually kind of gross, but the trailer for Star Wars: The Acolyte will be coming out tomorrow. If you're watching this later,
Oh
it'll
my
be
god, I didn't
March
realize that.
19th. Which part?
The gross part. At all until you said it. I'm like, what's wrong with the wow.
Ernie, I love you, but that doesn't surprise me one bit.
I didn't. I
It
thought
took you
this
how long
was
before you figured out Yoko
all
wasn't
the-
fully
oh.
Japanese? You've known
Yeah,
her for how many
that's-
years now?
a couple of years now. I didn't. Yeah. I did.
But before you and Paul met, you're like prospect, and then you guys met, and it was awesome. And then, like, I think now maybe.
Oh, now I'm
emotional.
back down to prospect again. Yeah.
Probationary prospect.
I got a signature though. Yes. So, that counts.
Alexander Eagleson says Ernie thought Yoko's dad was the character handler. It's time for their break. You gotta say bye to Minnie Mouse. She'll be back in 15.
Can somebody get this little girl's dad? Minnie's got to go to the back.
Ryan Dole says the gross part is the best part. I hope this is the tone of the show. And you know what? I think I like that idea too.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but I have no idea what this is going to be because of how much, and I don't, of like what's been said in the past and what was canceled and then what was done. I don't even know where we're at. Like, what is the Acolyte supposed to be?
Clean slate. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. But does anybody know what kind of a background? Is this all Sith?
Isn't it Old Republic? No,
yeah. The High Republic, isn't it?
High Republic.
High Republic, Time of the Jedi. It's all like, it's the rise of the Sith, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And how there is a darkness that is brewing right under their noses. Jedi that seems to be a recurring problem for the Jedi. It is how the Sith Order sort of comes to be. And they have an international cast. I know that. So I'm expecting something a little bit more in the tone of an Andor. I mean, just a little bit more, maybe not as much plucky adventure of the week type thing, but like something really sort of sinister. And like Dole says, like if you look at that, I mean, that's pretty risque for a Star Wars poster. I mean, that's blood on a lightsaber. That's a huge blood streak. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, for a Disney Star Wars poster, that's pretty out there. And
so these
Jar Jar's great grandfather.
Right. So these old school sabers didn't cauterize like the new ones.
I see. The thing that I get from it is like that's the owner's blood. It's not like a saber that is cut somebody. Like this is like a Jedi who didn't even get a chance to draw the saber and got like messed up, and now it's being dragged, right? And it's red, as in Sith, red blood. So, that's the first impressions that I get.
And we have an official release date, June 4th, for this, for the series to premiere. And all official. This is awesome. Yoko, poster, blood, graphic. What do you think?
I see it. Yeah.
You see it? No. We all saw it except Ernie. I'm not. I'm just like, what are your thoughts on it? I know we saw. I know the whole chat saw it.
I was just trying to make it bigger to see like it is like they are being dragged or something, huh? No, it's I didn't look at it that closely earlier, so I don't want to like back Ernie that I didn't realize it was blood either, but I really don't think I really looked at it.
Sorry.
But no, I'm very intrigued by it. It does seem very surprisingly dark for a Star Wars poster.
I'm excited.
Yep.
Rick Jones says, "Why is the trailer so late?" Um, but this is March,
Is
and it
it?
comes out in June. I don't know what if there's a is there a standard for how long it comes out, but we have some time, and this
You,
I guess
no, but you also have to realize that the strikes really screwed up all the
Correct.
scheduling for a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think somebody said, like, do they have no faith in this project? It's like that's absolutely like ridiculous because to say something like that, I mean, they invest in these shows heavily. It's not like they don't believe in the shows, but there's so many outside factors that contribute to release schedules, publicity, all these things. The strikes absolutely push the dates for this as well. I mean, we already should have had this year alone had production not been interrupted. We would have had Skeleton Crew out already, right? Acolyte should have been out already. So and production on other Star Wars series like Andor should have been finished way earlier. And so there's a lot of factors on this, and I think the fact of the matter is there's so much that they have to operate under a veil of secrecy. The performers who are there, VFX takes a long time as well, and there's been a big backlog in terms of all that. I mean, Avatar took a year and a half to do the VFX for that. So there's a lot of reasons why perhaps we don't get a trailer as a year out or whatever. Sometimes they're just not ready yet. So um I'm looking forward to it. We've known about the series for a long time now. We're getting
Mhm.
really close to the release. Like, I'm happy. And it's the other thing is too, if you give too much lead time, it just leads to rampant speculation, which drives me crazy as well. It's kind of fun for the first little bit, but then after a while, it's just like everybody's like combing through stuff like frame by frame for months. And then remember the speculation about season 3 of Mandalorian when Grogu's sitting on Mando's lap and everybody's like, "Oh, he's hurt. The Mandalorian's hurt. Look at that." And it's Grogu. He's flying it and blah blah blah. It's like, no, it's just a long boring trip, and Mando was asleep and Grogu was sitting on his lap. That's it. So
Oh yeah,
sometimes
called
I
it.
think we just need to relax a little bit and stuff will play out and we'll see what it is. And I think I'm looking forward to it. It's great. Tomorrow can't come soon enough, I guess. And then the real speculation will begin once we start
yes.
seeing images from the show.
Let's come back and speculate tomorrow
Yeah.
for 2 hours. Oh, and while we're on the topic of media, and you mentioned Avatar, man, Paul, you weren't here, after the series aired, but congratulations to you and the whole cast. And Avatar, was it like top show in Canada on Netflix? I don't know if it was it US too or top streaming worldwide
In the world.
Yes, it was.
in the
In the
world.
world
Dude,
for a
that's
couple of
so
weeks.
crazy, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you were busting your hump out there in BC filming, and then to see it finally done and everyone watching it. And it seems like they put a lot of marketing behind Avatar. Like there's always new videos and reels and things showing up on social media that it's cool that they were making that push. And then it's just see you everywhere and the whole cast everywhere. It was just freaking awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a labor of love, and I'm glad. I was really glad that the audiences, for the most part, have taken to it, which is great. And the critics weren't so kind to it, but that's fine. We still got enough views that we got two more seasons, which is fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
that too. Seasons 2 and
that's-
3.
Yeah, it's going to be a great opportunity to finish telling the story, which is awesome. And the speed in which it was announced, because usually Netflix it takes them some time to make that announcement and whatnot. And so and the one lovely thing is with all that support behind it, Netflix, like, I mean, they really heavily invested in that show. So it was it's good to see that we were able to sort of pull it off and get a chance to continue and to finish the story.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to be heartfelt for a second. I feel like I have to preface so you know that I'm genuine. But
It's sad that you have to preface. I'm gonna be nice.
It's been really fun for me for like the people I know that that aren't necessarily Star Wars fans, so don't know Paul from his other work, but have been so excited for Avatar, and so it's like their first time seeing you, and then they're blown away by your performance. And it's been really fun hearing from those friends who are like, oh, your friend was great on the show. It's like it's a moment of being able to be so proud for us. So
that's great. Thank you.
Say that.
Thanks, Yoko. Appreciate that. Ernie, do you have anything nice to say?
My turn. I do. Like
better
a
make
whole
it
bunch.
good.
Oh
Ernie,
my god.
wait.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
What stream was it? What stream was it that I told Ernie that Ernie loves Paul so much that it makes me like Paul less?
What
Yeah,
the
there
hell?
was a show. Yeah.
What stream was
Because
that?
I was going on about Avatar and how I wasn't a
Oh my
fan,
God, he
and I'm
wouldn't
totally
shut
in
up
love with
about
it. Right. And Yoko's like, okay, I get it. We know Paul. He did a great job, but Jesus. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It was. And we haven't had a chance to see you and talk to you. So thanks, Yoko. But thanks, Paul.
Aw.
Yeah. My son grew up on Avatar, Jojo. Huge fan. I shared with him the day that you told me about it. He's been super excited since then. He stayed up. He works 3 jobs.
Wow.
He stayed up and he watched the whole thing, losing sleep and everything.
Thanks.
Cried, texted me every time he cried, loved it, said what an amazing job. And can you please tell Theo Paul, Uncle Paul, because that's what he calls you now.
Oh,
I loved it. I'm super proud to be an Avatar fan. And he did amazing.
Wow.
And I can't believe my dad gets to talk to him.
oh wow.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, dude, son, you got it. Now, you haven't been here. I've been on these trips, and these two know, and everybody knows how much I talk. And on all these trips, I met so many people. Do you know what a cool feeling it was? Because I'm such a Star Wars nerd when I'm in the Star Wars shop and I'm talking to a brand new dude named JD, and I'm helping him try and pick a saber, and we're getting into it and everything. And I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, man, you really know your stuff about Disney and Star Wars. And I said, yeah. And so, of course, I threw it out there. I do shows and everything like that. And then I said, do you know the Star Wars franchise? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, Captain Carson Teva. And I'm like, and he goes, yeah, like he's a major one, right? So I know the feel, right? And I was like, okay. And then I said, do you watch Avatar? And I said, Uncle Iroh. And he goes, oh my God, Paul, are you serious, Paul? So there's a new form of Paul fans, not because of Star Wars, but because of Avatar. And that makes me feel proud because I'm like, watch our show, dude. He's one of us. He's a nerd. He loves it and everything. So that, and then the respect of my daughter texted me the other day, and a friend of hers, and they hate when their friends talk about me because it's like, my dad's a nerd. Like, I'm just their dad and that's it. But he's like, can you do me a favor? Can you please, when your friend ever comes on your show again or whatever it is, can you tell me? And I didn't know you were going to be here tonight. She said, can you tell me, because my friend really wants to say hi to him in your chat or whatever that is that you do. Like, they don't know my background. And I was like, yeah, mama, you got it. I'll do that. And so their friends are hyped because they know that we do shows and everything like that. And to me, man, it makes me so proud to say that you're a friend and then I do know you, but what an amazing job you did throughout that Avatar show, that it was something I didn't know. And like Ryan, I've already watched it twice. More than that, I'm throwing that on the background now like a Star Wars show because of the storytelling and the background stuff that they did was very cool. So Congratulations, man. I hope I got all the hellos out there that I was supposed to for you. If I missed somebody, I apologize. But there's a lot of people who are super proud of you. And the fact that you do this and the cons and everything, I think is so good for everybody that they connect with you even more and fall in love with the stuff even more. So congratulations, Paul.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Your audio kept cutting in and out, and so I didn't hear a lot of what you said, but I totally appreciate most of what I heard. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Like Ernie has to one up me, huh? I see how it is.
No, he has to take a sip.
Of course. You told me to shut up. So then, I have all my Yoko notes. Don't say so much about Paul next episode. Oh, all right. There it
Late
is.
late night alum, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. I can't pull it up on screen, but it's a dancing pair that's working out that says "Keep it up." Thank you.
I
Thank
see
you very
it.
much. And the 80s baby says, also thank you for the super chat, Dario. Episode 6 was the best in my opinion. Once it started with the narrating, I said, this is the one. Love the season, 8.5 out of 10. Couldn't wait for the rest of the series. Nice.
Yeah,
thank
Dario's
And
been telling
Dario
us
was
that.
a hater. He was a hater at
Yeah.
first too. He was not feeling episode 1. I'm going to throw him
Yeah.
under the bus full on here. So he turned.
No,
you
but
turned him around.
Yeah,
Yay.
which is great, right? Well,
Yeah.
that's when you know a show is good. Is when
Because
you
he's such a
turn
big,
those
because he's
people
such a
around.
fan of the. Because he's such a huge
Yeah.
fan of the animated show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get, and and that's the lovely thing about it too is, there's a weight of expectation because the entire fan base had been burned
Mhm.
by the 2010 movie, and we've been saying all along is what we wanted was a show that was familiar enough for the OG fans, but we weren't trying to be the cartoon.
Right.
That's folly. The cartoon
Right.
exists in that perfect form already, and we've been saying from the beginning, it's like we're not trying to redo the cartoon. We're doing something completely different that's going to be an adaptation of it. And it's very funny because a lot of the comments before, the criticism before, is like, well, they better not try to do like a 1-to-1 copy of the cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then
Remake.
when they don't get it, they're like, why didn't it, like, I don't understand why they changed all this stuff. And it's like,
Right.
because we're not trying to do a 1-to-1.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of people really sort of, when they understood what we were trying to do and kind of like let go of that expectation of like trying to do exactly what the cartoon did, people started to enjoy it. Not to say that the show was perfect, not by any means. And I agree with some of the criticisms in terms of like, it was really condensed, like a lot of the storylines. And it would have been lovely to have a couple of extra episodes to sort of let some of the storylines breathe a little bit. But I mean, these shows they're expensive, right? Like they're expensive to make and to promote and stuff like that. And so sometimes that happens. But I mean, everybody worked on the show, had the best of intentions and true like feelings and love for the original material, right? And I heard it online. It's like the people who watched it to experience it really loved it. The people who went in to just judge it ended up hating it. And it's like, it's an unfair comparison to begin with, first of all. And if you're just going to watch something so you can rip it apart, it's like, okay, that's cool, but your clicks and your views still count, and Netflix doesn't care whether, you despise it or not, you're still watching it type thing. But I mean, I couldn't imagine investing that much time watching something that I've already made up my mind that I'm going to hate.
People hate watch stuff all the time. It's crazy.
I know, but it's just like, do you not like, that's so unproductive.
Yeah.
But what I do like is
There's
when
so much
people
stuff
actually
to watch.
tune into hate watch and then go, this is actually really good. And we're able to change our minds a little bit. I know for Kim's convenience, when we first came out, a lot of people were like, this show is racist, it's garbage, they're all speaking Asian accents because they saw it in the commercials. And a lot of people tuned in because they wanted to rip it to shreds. And it was like, oh, this show's actually really good. It's not what I expected. So it is lovely when we allow ourselves to try to experience things and judge them for their own merits instead of trying to pick things apart, because you can take anything and pick it apart if you really wanted to. So
yeah, well, I think we all really enjoyed it and are super happy for you, our friend, man. Congratulations. One final time. Let's get moving to the toys. Ernie took up most of the talking time.
I did. Sorry.
Some Star Wars vintage collection stuff that was announced this week that I'm personally into. These look really cool. Hasbro Pulse does a series of troop builders. They usually do. They've done Tusken Raiders, Stormtroopers, what is it, Rebels troopers, things like that. They come in this cool box with like the simple artwork. Opens up, and then there's 4 of these night troopers. Sorry, Captain Enoch and 3 night troopers. And the cool part is they all have, the gold detail, but also the red ribbons around them are all in different patterns. I think normally when you collect troop builders, they look exactly the same. If it's, plain stormtrooper makes sense, but if there's little details like this, variations, I think it's important to have, and it's a pretty good price, 55 US for 4 vintage collection, and they're usually packed out with extra weapons too. But it looks like these just have, are these E11 blasters or
Yep.
similar ones?
E11.
E11 from the Ahsoka series. Ernie, I know you don't do 3.75. Yoko, are you going to add this to a Ahsoka display of some sort?
No, because I don't really do bad guys. But they look cool.
I want these. Paulie, I know. I don't even know what you do
They're not scary
with your
to me.
collecting anymore.
I don't like looking at them.
I'm stopping the 6-inch collect. I think I'm getting out of, like I've said many times, the 6-inch, the Black Series stuff. I'm done. But I am, because I do have a number of vehicles that are 3.75 scale.
Yeah.
Like the N1. I got a Y wing, the Razor Crest, the Ghost, all this stuff. I want to populate. The big question for me is, like, do I get one set of these or two?
Two.
But if you get two, you get 2 Enochs. Like I'd almost rather Enoch
Use one
be
for trade bait.
Yeah, I guess, because it's like, if you're gonna have these guys, like I like the fact that there's the 3 other troopers, and the way that they're sort of stitched together. But yeah, I guess I could do that. So I guess the answer is 2.
You should get 2. You should, because they were called out on the stream for that as well too.
Yeah.
And
were they?
Yeah, and they had said too, okay, like, we realize that. So this is a good one though, because this is your chance to get them, because who knows if they will release it again.
Right.
But
Come on.
The difference of, and because of his colors, I mean, you might be able to throw on maybe a regular trooper head on him and not have Enoch, but make up a story on somebody else and still have him able to
Turn them the other way.
Yeah. And do it.
Face them backwards. Yeah, but those I think these almost like value packs, right? There's simple packaging. They come wrapped in the cheese paper. I don't know if they still do that in the new ones, but these are
wax
really
paper.
cool. Yeah, the wax paper. Yeah, really good army builders.
Let's behead him. Take his head off.
Yeah, it's a zombie.
Yeah,
decapitate him.
That's cool.
There's also the vintage collection Darth Vader. I don't even know. This is A New Hope, right? Yeah, I think that. Yeah, A New Hope 3.75 Darth Vader look. I don't know if I need another one. And of course, again, you guys can stop me at any time if you have input on these. And also a vintage collection Stormtrooper.
Do you have any of the old ones? Is there more articulation on this new one, or are we getting a straight repack?
I just started collecting TVC, so I don't know. I think you have the old ones.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Here come the vultures. Do the releases of these characters seem random? Like Vader and a Stormtrooper?
Yeah. Other than being pretty basic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the last time there was a vintage Vader in this.
I guess just New Hope feels very like out of time for me right now. Like it's not an anniversary. It's not current. It's not relevant. I mean,
that's Hasbro.
Right.
I'm still looking up the
I was trying
Mandalorian
to not
Fleet Commander.
But yeah.
There we go. Look at that.
Trying to,
because right now it's the anniversary of episode 1, right?
Yeah, 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Right. So that should be happening. But yeah. All right. D Turtle says it's a repack from the Walmart exclusive. All right, cool.
Which Walmart exclusive? Stormtrooper, I guess.
Yeah, there was a whole wave of Walmart exclusives that were out.
Oh, that's right. And did that have new articulation?
Yeah, it did. I was about to say a gooder. It was a better one. It was a gooder one.
More better?
And Yeah, it was more better. So if it's that one, then it is a good stormtrooper, and people will probably be picking that up. It just sucks when you see that, right? And you have that new troop builder set, but you don't have this new stormtrooper in the troop builder set. Like that should have came out in the troop builder set as well.
Katie says Darth looks like he's been hitting leg day in some of those product photos. Sith quads. What? Let me see. Oh, covered up. I mean, they're mostly
If Katie
covered.
says she sees it, I believe her.
Okay. I mean, these look great for a 3.75. Look at that. Like, I love my vintage collection. Any other toy stuff? Paul, you got a whole bunch of Jazzwares MGS, and those are new-ish. People can go to your page and see the lovely photos and how much fun you're having with them.
Yep.
Are those hitting US yet, or in
Yeah,
Canada's usually later, right?
No, Canada, we're still lagging behind, sadly. But they are starting to hit the shelves. I know a number of people have already been picking up the hologram. Luke Skywalker X-Wing has been there. The B-Wings have dropped as well. Slowly but surely, they're starting to roll them out. And there's going to be, they've been teasing, Jazzwares has been teasing an announcement over the next few days as well. Speculation is the Vault, the Jazzwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Vault, is going to be up and running before the end of the year, and that's your chance to order direct from the distributor. Direct from the source. These should, much like Hasbro Pulse has the that website where you can just order product directly from the company. It's the same thing with Jazzwares. You can order direct from there if you want some of these ships. There's been a lot of frustration with some of the distributors out there not putting product up. I mean, we're all, I mean, those of you who are collecting MGS figures, you see that Walmart has like suddenly started dumping a bunch of them. Series 2, Series 3 ships that are out, like the Sabine tie, which was a chase, suddenly started flooding the market because they've been sitting in a warehouse. Yeah, right. So that's the thing. So now people can, people overseas, even I think I know in the UK and in Europe, it's or in the UK specifically, it's very difficult because a lot of retailers do not carry the products. So this is an opportunity for them to sort of get the ships that they want.
Speaking of stuff coming out of the warehouse, Kevin, should I still be checking the mail for my Paul helmet? Because I know you and Yoko had yours, but I saw you looking around earlier for a helmet. I'm like, oh, this is where Kevin's going to pull out mine and be like, Ernie, it's on the way. But that didn't happen. You were talking about another helmet you had. So
my wedge helmet.
I was doing the same thing and just wondering, should I stop looking in the mail, or
do you only check the mail when?
Yes.
Yeah, keep checking the mail, Ernie. I'm sure it's on the way.
Okay. I was just
gotta keep checking.
Wanted to check. We were all here finally at once, and I was like, oh, all right, let me see.
Right after our busts arrive, I think your helmet will get there.
Hey, I said let me make the call. Talk to
Make the call.
Mr. Okay.
Make the call. Is this
a
a Fallen Fett?
It's a Fallen Fett hookup right there.
Which means it's not a hookup at all.
Oh yeah, and I got this last few weeks ago. I forget this thing.
I saw a couple stores in Japan that had whole walls of Micro Galaxy Squadron, and it was kind of cool to see so many at once,
What was your reaction in Japanese?
Sugoi.
Nice. I don't know.
Is that what you were looking for? Yeah.
I don't know why I asked you to do that. Yeah, speaking of announcements, though, I have the Toying Around Toy-Con
caption under you.
presented by eCollectibles coming up April 7th. If you're in Toronto or you want to come by, you can get tickets on my website, toyingaround.ca. And Paul's going to be there. I have a cool announcement tomorrow for a new guest, but of course, I'm putting this together with eCollectibles. There's going to be some other toy retailers there, some toy companies. I'm going to keep staggering those announcements out over the next few weeks, and of course local collectors getting selling toys. So I hope it's a good time. It's not going to be people like overcharging for everything. It's just collectors like us with a few extra units trying to sell some stuff. But if you want to come check it out, it's you can get tickets online on my website, toyingaround.ca. And again, I'll have a new announcement for the next big guest tomorrow on Instagram. Should we
Throw it up one
get-
more time.
No,
You
no,
didn't
no,
put it up long enough.
no. Somebody else does that.
All right.
Only on your channel.
All
All
right.
right. So we get to the shows. We have episodes 6 and 7, Infiltration and Extraction. Paul, do you have anything for the previous episodes that just stood out to you? I know it's just like a quick recap for any of the episodes that you missed. I'm not sure if I don't even remember much of it.
Trying to remember what happened in them. I know. Yes, it was the reunion of Crosshair with the other Bad Batch members, and going back to the to that outpost. I really enjoyed them. I love how they are marking the one thing that's very, very apparent is the passage of time in this entire season. Like how they're revisiting a lot of past locations and experiences and sort of going through them again and seeing how these locations have changed. Like that base is now, buried in snow. Omega's hair growing longer, and changing style. Like they're very deliberate choices to show this massive passage of time. And it was really, they're setting up Crosshair's redemption arc, and how he's still recovering, not only physically, but I think mentally from his experiences as well. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome. Yeah, well, let's get into the next 2 episodes. Let's see, what is this here? Bad Wolf says, touring around, we're all loyal friends here. So you're going to give us a preview of the announcement tonight, right? Just the preview is, just get excited for tomorrow. That's it. Just get excited. Crosshair Redemption arc. Cat sometimes Cat really enjoys the episodes, and I feel like I'm missing something. But I do want to say thank you to Wing or Lose for the screenshots for these 2 episodes this week. Incredibly well timed because I was so busy this weekend. And he messaged me. He's like, I think I might have gone overboard with the amount of screenshots this time. No one has ever complained that there's too many screenshots, Wing or Lose. So thank you. So episode 6, was there anything, Yoko? I thought you had something to say before we started.
Oh no, I barely remember these last 2. I mean, I remember, but I just don't remember where things ended and started and ended. Especially because I watched the last 4 in a row altogether.
Okay.
Since I missed.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but this episode was really, really dark. I was watching on my phone.
It was.
And I had the brightness on all the way up. I wasn't in the washroom. And even if I was in the washroom, the lights would have been on anyway. But I remember cranking up the brightness, and I was this close to my screen. And then I was like, I'm too tired. I'm going to bed. And I remember closing the Disney Plus app, and my phone just went like right in my face just because the brightness was maxed out. So you guys noticed like how dark it was, right?
Yeah. I was trying to watch at work and couldn't. So I was listening to a book on tape. Because I couldn't see it all. So I had to. Yeah, these screenshots are going to be amazing because one is like, oh. So
Arnie, did you try watching in the shower?
No, you're absolutely right. I should have.
Maybe you could have. I watched it.
Would have been better.
Yeah, I watched it in the basement with the lights off and the T, and I thought it was perfect.
Oh, okay.
Like I could see everything. So I think that might be it if you watch it during the daylight. Like if there's any sort of competition of brightness on the screen, but I mean,
couldn't see nothing.
Ambient lighting. Well, we're on this mission. We see some clones, and then we have one of these mystery armor soldiers, which we saw one of before. That's Captain Rex, and I forget what those 2 girls were. The sisters. They captured one, and they're on this planet. We get to see Senator Tucci, I believe her name is, and Singh.
Yeah,
not 2 Chainz.
No, Little Wayne Tucci.
Okay, Little Tunchi.
Mhm.
And
That was her name.
but we see the mystery trooper break in, and we get some other clones that we see part of Rex's special new clone squad, and I think that's what Katchin might have been very excited about. Yoko, were you excited to see some familiar faces again this episode?
Tucci. I knew Tucci didn't sound right because I was like, her name is not Stanley Tucci. Tucci.
Is it Chuchi?
That's what Kat
Chuchi.
says. I'm going to say yes.
Chuchi. Also,
But yes, I was very excited for the return of the handsome clone, if that's what you're getting at.
See how dark
And
this is?
Commander Gree.
Yeah, everybody
Gree.
else too, but mostly the handsome clone.
Gree. I just so I recognize Gree because he's one of the I for a while for Black Series I was collecting all the clone trooper commanders.
I had
And
those too.
Commander Gree was
yes.
one of them. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he got taken out. That's like, it's like, oh dear. So
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. It's like, oh, they're killing off name characters now.
Clothes with names. Paul, did
Yeah.
you get the Black Series Rex helmet?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I tried to get it for $80 on Target when it was, but it was like one of those fake deals, I think. I mean, it was like going in and out of stock on Target. But
Okay.
it was marked down to $80. I was trying to get that while I was in Japan.
Right.
I saw it.
Do you
pop up on
have-
my phone.
Paul, do you have like one of the other companies with the Rex helmet? Is that why you're not getting this one? Or you
No.
don't care for this one?
No. It's just I already have a Clone Trooper Phase 2 helmet from Dunuo Novo. And
Right.
so I'm good with that. To be honest, I'm probably gonna wait for the Rex helmet to go on sale before I drop it because they're a lot more expensive in Canada than in the US.
Mhm.
I found like especially the helmets have come in and they're around $200 Canadian ish, right, give or take, and then in the States they're like way cheaper, like
Yes.
100, sometimes $130 like in there.
Correct.
So like the markup is just a little bit too much up here. So I'll wait for them to go on sale, and then because I'm not in a rush to get it. So
Clearance chicken, maybe?
yeah, they'll ship it to Ross or something. I'll get one of my American friends to this.
So everyone should pay full price for their Carson Teva helmet.
Yes, absolutely. Get them now. You need those because nobody else.
There's actually only I heard a rumor that there is only a limited run of those. So if you don't get them, they'll be gone.
Really?
So yeah, not
Son
to create any
of a-
FOMO, but
All right.
I love creating
Amazon.
increased demand. Also, win or lose, congrats on this screenshot. It makes it look like the stun blast is a
ring light.
lifesaver, a breath mint being shot. But they're able to capture they thwart the attempt and they capture this assassin clone. They bring him in and they remove the little zapper thing in his mouth that takes them out. And then
So- I just have a quick question about this too. So how did he find them?
how did this
this guy.
clone find?
Yeah, like the X1, CX1, I think is his name. Like, how did he find Rex? And
Oh, you
all
mean
the
like
other
we
clones?
just jumped into it and we were
it's
here
like
already?
He was just there. He knew the lay of the land. He knew where Hauser was stationed. He knew,
Well, I think that
he had
was it. It was a secret meeting of these two, which is basically talking about the alliance, right? This is kind of
Yeah.
a start to the
And
alliance.
then
So-
Senator Chuchi says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about the secrecy, and Rex says, I'm sorry, I had to take extra precautions.
Yes.
And it was like, yeah, but dude, man, you still got your
still
cover
got-
got blown. What are
Yeah.
these extra precautions? Like
Station an extra guy at the sewer door. That was it.
that? Well, I mean, I get the storyline and stuff like that, but I was just wondering how if I missed something in how like did they explain how he found him? It's just like no, he just tracked them down and found them.
Yeah.
Again, I think we're getting like a time lapse type of thing, and not that long because obviously it's the whole crosshair thing in Omega and how they meet up with them. But I think when he had said, they've been on to us and they're after us, and then the whole thing after too is because they're finding this cell, but nobody knows that it's the clones is the cell, the people who are causing trouble, Rex's crew.
Right.
So that's what I took it as far it was a mission to find this cell. Oh, the cell is a bunch of clones.
Right.
Like the group right now of rebels is this Rex clone group.
Yeah.
But nobody's
I
calling it
understand that.
clone. So I'm saying that's what I think his mission is to find that. And then
But he went and he was
stumbling
going to. I mean, he was going to take a shot at the senators.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, he was
definitely.
there.
That was like
Yes.
his mission, right? The senators.
Yeah, his mission.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It wasn't to find the.
So they've been
I think
tracking
his
them.
mission was to take out the
Oh,
senators.
just the senators by themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, because he had his target on that little puck. One of them was Omega.
puck.
Who was the first one? Was it one of the senators?
Yes.
I watched it today, and
They
Yeah.
I
said
already
it.
forgot. Yeah, so it was one of the senators, and of course, the second one also on his list was Omega, and that's what leads Rex and the team to call in to Hunter and the Bad Batch, but also because now they know that Crosshair is back with them, and Handsome Clone wants to get some payback. He doesn't trust Crosshair. That wasn't Gree, it was Greer.
Oh.
Gree was the Black
Oh, he
Series
got his
figure
head cut off.
that had
by
all
Yoda.
the camouflage green
Yeah,
armor, right?
green and
Green
stuff.
Greer.
Okay, cool.
But we find out on Mount Tantus that they activate another assassin, and they're
you
able
know
to
who
track.
that is, right? You know who that is.
What do you think?
Well,
Because he goes, "Why have I been activated?" Right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, sleeper boy.
So it's Boba Fett.
Tick, 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 tick.
I've heard a
three,
lot of great ones.
Three
Uh,
theories. At least 3 theories.
3 theories.
Yeah.
You have 3 theories?
Yeah.
3 theories or 3 theories?
3
3 free theories.
3 theories on who the shadow trooper is, or whatever he's
Okay.
called. Shadow.
You enunciated the 3, and then you had theories. 3
Theories.
theories.
3 theories.
One thing though, I want to point out, however dark this episode was, again, I think I mentioned it last week. I think the details and the text string on the characters and the faces look super nice this season.
Mhm.
Very, very cool.
I like the 3 theories that are going around.
All right, I like when they Crosshair's kind of questioning because Echo is not really saying, "Oh, I guess he just wants to call us back. I don't know what the reason is. It must be important if Rex is telling us to get back immediately." And then they kind of make Hunter look at Crosshair and look at Omega, and he's just like, "Oh, it's one of these two. That's got to be the reason." Kind of really telling the viewer, I think, that he's catching what's going on. I like the chest pouches on Hauser.
Those
I
are
don't think
just full of snacks.
He's the
Those are
snack.
ammo pouches.
That's his pomade is in there.
Moisturizer, conditioner,
A comb.
and a brush.
And at least some fruit snacks in one of them.
I was gonna say probably a protein bar or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they bring him back, and of course, immediately these two had crossed paths, Crosshair and Hauser on Ryloth, right? Yeah. And took out a bunch of his squad. So there's obviously some beef there, and I like that. As viewers, we're like, can we trust Crosshair? And then Hauser comes in as the person who's always questioning his motives and making sure everyone keeps in check. Also, is there a point of a energy bolt crossbow if it's just energy? Is it just shooting anyway, or is it using a crossbow to shoot it?
Yeah,
with
just
a piece of
call it a
string?
blaster.
Yeah, right. Why do the little flaps on the side? Just give her a blaster. 'Cause she's using a giant bow before, which was in a different orientation too. It was like this was crazy. It looks cool though, and probably would make for a cool Nerf gun or something in the future. And yeah, Wing or Lose definitely had a lot of screenshots here, but they're questioning why was Omega on the list. That's being hunted down, and
Yeah, but they want her alive.
They do want her alive.
right? They need her alive.
And is this when Crosshair realizes like, oh, you have one here right now captured? He's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're on the way. They're still tracking him, not in the ways that you know how.
Yeah.
Hemlock is smarter than this. So that's when the action starts. I really want to get right to it. Win or lose.
That part was when they were explaining what they were doing to her, right? And she said they tested my blood and there was M count.
Right.
And,
Rex,
and
Rex says
Rex
he's
is the
heard
one
it.
who says, right, correct.
No, win or lose. You did a great job. It's
I think he means the Omega's weapon, right?
oh, you like the weapon? Okay, I thought you meant the number of
Ooh.
screenshots.
It's cool.
I can just play this as an actual animation, just 60 FPS. I like that the captured clone he didn't really say much until finally he sees Crosshair and he's like, "You guys are in a lot of trouble." Oh my god, nice one. Ooh, is he blown to bits here?
Wait, when he's talking to Crosshair, he emphasizes brother.
Brother.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is significant.
Also, it was so dark. Did Hauser get crushed under that pile of
I was worried, but he survived.
the flamethrower heated up a thermal detonator, which is incredible. Also, the assassin shot this dude through everybody. Yeah, they have a gunfight, and the episode ends with I don't know, it's just a lot of action. It's one of those like I think this is really fun. Not so much fun, sorry. It's like a dark but action-packed episode that doesn't really require much I don't know, words or recap to recap the action other than Hauser flamethrower.
Well, I think the conversation between Hauser and Crosshair was a little important too, where I think it was between those two where he was asking him why he's different now. Right?
And he felt he was loyalty means a lot and he was betrayed.
Yeah.
By the Empire.
He's not loyal to the Empire, right? And then when they were asking about all of those assassin ones and like that, of course he keeps having his second thoughts about him for what he did. Like, you're giving them information. How do you know this stuff after the M count and everything when they were talking about it? And he's like, they wanted me in the program. And that's where it was like, but I didn't. I couldn't. It was a cool saying, right? What did he say? Because I have a problem with that, of him being 99.
He's already
after all or something.
Yeah, so that's why he wouldn't take for him. That was really cool.
I wonder if that's how his hand got all messed up.
I do also think that is significant that they brought up again that he was supposed to be one of those troopers and failed.
Oh, for one of your 3 theories?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that very much. Thought it was better to have dude, win or lose. Like it's good action this episode, right? So like it's cool to see, but I don't want to sit here and describe for everybody that they should just watch it again if they like those action sequences. But like I can't describe tactics. It's like he shouldn't have charged with a flamethrower, and why were there grenades there? But I do appreciate the screenshots for sure, man. Thank you. Then
as he was going after to kill the assassin, the one who was activated, he sees Omega there, and that's where they get word as far as she's here. And so now the other crew has been sent down as well too. And then that's kind of that last shot that you were showing there is we get the reveal of who's leading that crew and what's going on.
Oh, it was Katchin says it was Fireball that was wielding the flamethrower. Well, ironic.
Oh, that's who got crushed? Oh.
It's really dark. They all kind of look the same.
Clones. Yeah.
You shouldn't be the one to laugh at that one, Ernie.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Oh, Ernie. Like I said,
Sam people
finds a way to keep on digging.
Episode 7, Extraction. Right, like so Ernie said, they were able to get word out. The target is here. you sure? He's like, yeah, man. Like her face was dead in my scope. I could have taken a shot. So they send more backup. Tech at this point had flown off. I forget what mission he said he was doing. It's hard to keep track.
Echo.
Echo, sorry, Tech is dead
R.I.P.
again.
Wow. Yeah. You said it so easy.
I get confused. They all look the same.
Tech is dead.
They're literally clones. They escape through the spire, and again, stop me at any point with anything that stood out to you in this episode. I don't even remember when I watched this. But the two troops arrive, and of course, it's, you know what? This is the important part. It's Wolf that comes up and leads a squad, and we learn throughout the episode that he's been told that they're insurgents here, and he's surprised that when he sees that it's his clone brothers, right? And that Ernie kind of brought that up a little bit earlier, which is like, you know, the Empire's telling them, right? Yeah, they're insurgents. You got to go crush them. They're not telling them the truth. They're just saying these are bad guys, and you got to go. You know, good soldiers follow orders, and you should go and investigate and just basically just do what we tell you. I thought that was an important part to see, because we know what happens with Wolf later on. Well, we know where he ends up, but we don't know how he gets there.
Right.
Was that an exciting part for you guys to see him?
Yeah, because that was a lot of growth for this one, because we do know the end, right? So to see that he's the one leading, and then, you know, as everything progresses through this episode and realizes and what he lets happen at the end, like we're leading up to it, right? And so I know it seems like a major Crosshair growth, but there's so much that we're seeing out of everybody that's happening, you know, the whole family coming back together type scenario, and what they're doing. Rex, I mean, it mentions it right from the beginning of the last episode where they say like, oh, you have more of our brothers. Like, this is a real thing. It's grown since the last time we've seen you. And then unfortunately a lot has died in this episode. And so, you know, that speech that happens goes through as well. But immediately as he walks off and Wolf, and he looks, he sees the body laying over, and that's where he's like, oh, what? He, you know, he tilts his head type of look through the thing, and this is where he starts seeing like all this, like these are clones. What's going on here?
Yeah, and it's important that Omega's the one, along with Rex, to be like, hey, they're clones still being held captive on Tantus and being experimented on. And the Crosshair does mention like, hey, not all of them are captive and being tortured. Some of them are, you know, they're still loyal to the Empire. Some of them are just reprogrammed into some of these special unit. And that's when Wolf comes across one of these special units, and they start butting heads throughout this episode.
Dude, there was one thing too from that last episode too, where they were fighting, and he's like, how do you not know where Tantus is? You guys were just there. Tell us. I was in that whole fight too. Like, how is he supposed to know? How is anybody supposed to know? Like, if you were on Alcatraz and you broke free and there's water just everywhere, I'm not going to tell you where it is either. Like, that was, you know, they're getting
These
so
are our
upset.
coordinates.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I left a tracking beacon there, and here's where Tantus is. No, that's why Tantus is so hidden, you know?
Man, you know what though? Seeing all the ragtag group of clones, just one from every different unit.
Yeah.
I want to buy toys again of all of these. I gotta buy that 4-pack from Amazon. Did you get that one, Paul? It has Rex with the poncho, and I think there's Special Force
The
clone
old
and some other one. Yeah, from like last
no.
year or the year before.
With Hauser with the wrong name.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I think I do have that one.
I think it'd be cool to put all these now with the Bad Batch.
I think I actually do have that one, but I don't think I bought it. I think somebody. Oh no, I did buy it. I bought it off somebody. It's in storage.
It's in storage. Okay, so again, some cool action sequences, some fights in the Spire, and thrilling cliffhanger moments. But that leads up to
The dog licking him.
Yes. The end. The end. That
Yeah.
was the end of this episode, right? The hell is this? Is this a grenade or a
Yeah, more of the charges.
Oh, that
They
was
were
their
shooting
ship,
off.
and then the guy shoots them out,
Oh, yeah.
and then that's when Wolf tells him, "Hey, I need them alive." He's like, "Yeah, they crash landed. They'll be fine. There's enough of her to salvage to bring back to Hemlock." And then it's at this time they call for backup from not Tech, Echo, but they Wolf's team kind of surrounds the survivors, and this is where they have their showdown between Rex. Well, he discovers Rex is still alive. He's like, I thought you were dead." And then I don't know. What did you guys think of this moment when they're finally face to face and just discovering each like brothers on opposite sides?
It was great because they both told each other to put their weapons down to their team, right? Respectfully. Like, we're not going to fight each other. Let's talk right now. That's
Yeah.
where they're trying to explain their sides to each other. So there was, I know we had all this, but they didn't know. And when they landed and do that was cool. But at this point, they don't know what's going on. You know, they're fighting these clones who are these people. So there was a lot of death and trying to take each other out. Like, we seen them turn on stun on their side, but the blasters on their side were not, you know. So yeah,
Whoa, he's a Force Ghost.
there's a lot going on here.
Did anyone think at one point that Wolf would tell all the clones to turn around and shoot that the commando dude, and then join them? I was waiting for something like that to happen, where he
did
takes
think
everybody
that.
out.
I thought he was going to go with them there at the end, because how can he go back now after he let them get away, right?
Yeah, that's what the scorched looking one like looks. He says that, right?
Yeah, like somebody's gonna say, "Well, he just turned around and let them go."
Yeah,
right.
How did that happen?
So
Yeah. So what happens to Wolf next? You know,
Yeah.
obviously we know he makes it, but
it's like maybe it's like a Cody situation with with Commander Cody, he just disappears.
Yeah.
Right? Like whether he leaves on his own or is disappeared by the Empire to Tantus.
Right.
You never know.
But
That
then
fight
how
with
does
Crosshair too was so Wakanda. Like that's what it reminded me of the whole time.
just because there's
Fighting
water?
in the water. The water and the waterfall, and the way that they were attacking each other. Like, because it was close hand-to-hand combat, and that was cool to see Crosshair fight back in that way, because Crosshair is supposed to be the sniper and like that. So to see him fight off and what's going on, and is he gonna die at this moment? Like, he was underwater there for a little bit, right? I really thought that he had got him the first time of watching.
yeah, I thought for a second that we were losing.
Yeah.
Crosshair.
Yeah, so did I.
Also, how good does this shot look with all the different clone armors, that top lighting? This is such a sharp looking screenshot. I want all these. But yeah, this is them finally discovering each other. And you make a good point. They tell each other stop, put your guns down, not to shoot each other. And he lets them go. How is he going to explain, like, hey, I had them and I said, yeah, you can go? It's like, how do you explain that if you're a cop and you're like, I'll let the bad guy go, I'm gonna go home and tell the boss, like, this, how's that gonna work? I really thought he would get on the ship with the rest of the crew, but Rex tells him, he's like, there's people on Tantus, like clones, they're experimenting on us, we got to rescue them.
Yeah, I think Wolf's about to learn the lesson that the Empire is not necessarily loyal in return.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I believe that this is where they're going to get the info for Tantus.
Yeah.
Is through him.
Mm.
He is going to go back and investigate. And right before, like Paul says, he's going to have to get in trouble, right? That the trooper's going to go back and say he just let them go. So what's up, Sean? That I believe he's going to look into it, find the information that he needs, and realize they are doing something to us. And that's where they're going to get the information from Tantus, is from Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Could be. Also, look at this. This is like movie level details. I love this screenshot. Catchin says Wolf also makes a point of retrieving all the dead clones. Their brotherhood is important to him. hope is there more? Is there going to be more of him in the next few episodes? And
Are,
how
are these
he
marks
turns?
new or are they old?
It's a
Because
good
they used to
question.
be on his helmet for the droid battles, right? And for what he took out during that time. Now
I
we've
believe
advanced through there.
I believe he's always had some on his gauntlets.
Mhm.
Did he?
Though.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think so.
couldn't remember. But like Kevin said, it was such a detailed shot.
Yeah.
It kind of feels well, this whole thing was their communication back and forth to each other, this whole speech was great, right? So I you kind of feel something when they go to that shot of the incoming brothers to save them and you see the marks. Like they've been through so much. He started on his helmet and now you're here and you're trying to
Yeah.
make your other brother who you know is fighting for the wrong side realize like, dude, something's going down and we got to go. And he, yes, literally lets them go, which was great. And it's it's going to be cool to see it. But that's where my head goes, is to find out. I think Wolf is going to be the one to reveal the location of Tantus to them.
Is it weird that Rex didn't tell him to like, why don't you come with us? Instead of just looking back like this?
I think I think Wolf needs to come to that decision on his own.
Mhm.
You know, like I think he trusts that he'll figure out how to get in touch or find him again.
But he's not concerned that, like, if you let us go, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. We've kind of seen this happen, and we know other clones are being held captive and on Tantus and experimented on. I feel like this would be a time to make a pretty
saying
good
all that.
case. Like, you should come with us.
He's seeing all that with those eyes right now.
Yeah.
But his
So,
mission right now is to get Omega safe, right? So I think that's why he has to be focused on that.
Oh my god! So he should know just from that look.
Yes.
I want to know how you guys feel about this, because this was brought up in another podcast that I do as well. And Winger Lou says Wolf is probably also still chipped. We brought up that point as well too. Do you think at this time that everybody is still chipped or no? Because I don't
Didn't
think
we-
so. I think
did-
now this is kind of.
I thought we had this discussion before, or came up with the chips after a certain point just stopped working.
That's
after
what I
Order
feel.
66. Like, why does this sound familiar?
We
That
talked
we
about it.
had this discussion that
did.
the because the inhibitor chips, because somebody tried to use it and then it was like, no, it doesn't. The
We
chips
were
just
talking
don't
about
work
it during
anymore.
those Hauser episodes, actually, because we were like, how come some of them
Yeah,
are
Right.
are standing up against them and some of them aren't? So
exactly.
yeah.
We've had this discussion before.
So,
We
like,
were
do you guys feel
speculating
if
that
they?
over time that maybe they're not. Maybe some are still functional, but maybe some have started
Yeah.
to fade out. Right.
So, do you think if they saw like a Jedi show up, somebody pops a lightsaber and is like, like they're just going to kill him right away because of the chip, or no? That so
If their
that's
chip
gone
is
now
not
over time.
It doesn't seem like it anymore, right? But
I like
Yeah.
I like this
Mhm.
progression. We see this one clone survived, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. Nappy time." Is there more? Man, their ship is full.
Yeah,
Did
look
I
at
watch the whole episode?
Yeah.
Help me out. What happened? Oh, they said they have to protect Omega and find Tantus, right? Was there something else? I don't think I.
Rex was telling Hunter that it's important for them to figure out why they want Omega and why they want her alive. Like that's the key to protecting her, is to find out why they want her. I think that was the closing message, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Thank you. And thank you, Winger Lose, for all the screenshots. Again, I had like the craziest weekend. I didn't have time to make notes, but those were, I think, two very good action-packed episodes. But what did we say, Yoko? There's 15 episodes. We're like halfway, and the trailers showed Asajj, and we still need to see.
I forgot that we're supposed to see Ventress.
There you go.
I'm re-excited.
Winger Lose. Thank you.
Great job.
We're supposed to see Fennec too. Did we see her in the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, and
We haven't seen her yet.
was Cad Bane too?
I don't care.
I think in the trailer. More bounty hunters. All right.
And yeah, there's still a lot to the trailers that haven't been revealed. And it's funny because of the arc that we're at, like, where is that going? So, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah,
Well,
how does it all
I
tie
feel like
in
now they're
together?
going to be trying to figure out the why, right? Why are they interested in Omega? What are M counts? So maybe that's where we meet some of these characters again.
Oh, what if they're hired to bring back Omega again? We'll see. We will see.
Oh, because their assassins aren't working. So the one they caught this one was taken out
What?
with the waterfall. I know he's still alive. They're assassins. So the special troopers, the ones in black.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
So are they? Yeah, there's Fennec, Cad Bane, and Ventress brought in to be the one to get Omega.
Cad Bane.
Yes, but
Cool.
is it the same person contracting all of them, or is there somebody else?
Ah, yeah.
Well, two really great episodes, and I'm reinvigorated to see what happens this week. But yeah, I'm excited to have some time to really catch up on a lot of stuff. But thank you, Yoko and Ernie and Paul, for stepping in when I don't remember much of the episodes. You guys just replace me with Win or Lose. That might work too. If he does the screenshots on the can.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so
Um,
theories on the trooper on the what is he called?
CX1.
CX1? Is that what they
Oh,
call
the
him?
one that
Shadow.
got killed was CX1.
But they call him like a shadow.
Oh, he
Or
was?
did they just call him a shadow? What do they
They're
call
call
him?
them
calling them
shadows,
Shadow
but-
Troopers right now, which is weird because
But they're not a
Shadow
shadow trooper.
Troopers were something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's what they're saying. But like the whole
Mhm.
activating, I don't know. My personal one that I think was, and it's being said all throughout here, I do feel like it's a clone of Crosshair. That's what I feel he is. He's a clone of Crosshair, enhanced even more to do it. Like he knows that he didn't make the program, but all they needed was his thoughts and insight and everything. They cloned him, aged him, and was able to create this better one. So I think that's who that dude is.
I think so too, but what if it's Crosshair with a little tech thrown in there?
They had a
Both of them?
baby.
Yeah, the
So you think it's
Crosshair
both of them?
love child. I
Wow.
was leaning towards just Crosshair, but I just now, just to make my answer different from yours, I decided to throw in tech.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
But the captured clone looks like a regular clone. Yeah, it's not a Bad Batch type where they look completely
Yeah.
different. Says Win or Lose. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Speculation.
it's
Oh yeah.
their
Does that
background.
matter? I don't know if that
Who do you-
matters.
Who do you think it is, Paul?
All of it. No, I think it's. I think the laziest answer is it's tech.
It would be heartbreaking too if it was though.
Right.
Even if it was.
I don't want it to be tech. Yeah.
I don't want
No,
it to be tech either.
Well, yeah, but what we want or don't want is immaterial.
Out of our
Really,
hands.
it's not up to us. Right?
Yeah.
It's whoever's writing it. So, it's one of those things where I think it is because they've laid that foundation that they wanted Crosshair to be one of these shadow troopers, right?
Mhm.
Tech, yes, and it could be as simple as, well, he's dead, so he's out of the equation at all. Could be Cody, sure. Other clones who have quote unquote disappeared and haven't hooked up with Rex yet.
Yeah.
It's a possibility, but I think the one that would be the biggest gut punch to everybody is if it were Tech.
Yeah.
And so they just show how truly horrible. So like it could be Tech, but it's not like they can revive him and bring him back to normal. It like the truly monstrous thing would be if they took him, reclaimed him, brought him back, and he's completely unsalvageable, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just like they've really just turned him into a monster type thing.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask you guys in this episode, what was that with him and his shoulder? Did that not seem robotic, right? Did you guys catch that with the arm and it sparked? So a couple times it did this of the rolling, and then there was a scene and it like it sparked or something, like if it was an android type, like a
I didn't catch
body
that.
part. Did anybody catch that? Cat Chin is who I should be asking. Cat, did you
Why don't you start a
catch that?
fourth Star Wars podcast with Catch?
No, I'm saying because she already corrected me on one earlier, and so I did catch that, and that was the whole, oh, is it tech? You know, like a rebuilding, like you were saying, Paul, of, you know, it's not him, but yeah. I don't know. I saw it. It was quick. They did a few times where he was grabbing his shoulder and doing stuff, and then there was a spark. So,
Ooh.
Although
You know what?
he is
I'm not mad.
he
if
is
it's tech.
very like matter of fact, like Tech was too, right? He was like, "What?
Mhm.
You know, I shot him, but he's fine. Like they're gonna, you know,
oh yeah, his comment on
very
that.
very literal, I guess. Maybe is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that does seem
But,
like I can see that.
but Cody, the what we saw of Cody was that weren't we led to believe that Cody walked away on his own, like he disappeared on his own?
Right, but where did he
or
go?
he could have got caught trying to disappear on his own and then shipped off the
Right,
Tantus.
but if he got caught, like we haven't seen
Yeah.
that. Like
No,
all we
no,
saw
no.
was
We haven't
him
seen it. Yeah.
Exactly.
here.
But we all know he actually he you know, Boba Fett's
Becomes
really
Boba
dead,
Fett.
and he becomes Boba Fett,
Yeah,
which is why he's
we're waiting for that.
yeah.
That lead up. Yeah.
Is that what you learned on
You
the book
said
of Boba
Cody
Fett?
earlier, and yeah, you didn't let it go, and I was like, oh, all right, cool, we're not gonna say it. And then right now,
Just like, you know, Yoko's not fully Japanese, right? She's half.
Right.
Oh my god.
Her dad is white. Cody is Boba Fett. And Tech
And I
is
didn't
the
know either.
Yeah. There you go.
I didn't know.
Snow hair tech. It's Snoke. Tech and crosshair. Best card
Wow.
killing it in the chat. Ernie
I'll
was
take
like,
that
"Oh
too.
man, we're almost at 2 hours, and Paul hasn't said once yet that Cody is Boba Fett. We're gonna make
Right,
Oh,
because he
never-
said he
no.
said something about
I was
Cody
waiting.
earlier,
I
and
was
he
waiting
left
for that
it,
one.
and I was like, oh, all right, cool. He's not gonna make fun of Boba Fett. And what was I thinking? And then he
brought
still
up Daniel
attached me with the
Logan. He
Yoko
didn't do
one.
it. You know, that was great. Way to play that long game, Paulie. Yeah, more episodes. Do we know if it's one or two? I didn't even know this week was a 2 episode, or sorry, last week was a 2 episode drop. That was unexpected for me. I don't see the episode list anywhere on Instagram, but we will be back. We will be back in a week's time. Oh, here we go. What's next week? March 20th, 1 episode, 308. This week, 308. Cool. Yes. Excited for that, and how this story has been kicking it up in the last few episodes, and we'll see where that goes. Boba Squadron, anything else for tonight before I think we get out of here? It's about that time. No. All right. I think it's time to Yoko. I know we're a little rusty, but you're gonna go last, so you can give us the outro.
Okay.
Wednesday night. So are you streaming though on Tuesday?
I don't think so. We'll ease back in here.
All right. Yeah. Wednesday, Ernie, what's going on with you?
I said Boba Fett. I didn't say Bobo.
You did say Bobo.
Oh.
I heard it.
I did?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. My bad, Fett. I'm sorry. Paul made me upset.
Knock off Boba Fett.
Thought we were going to give the Fett his respect, but no, I should have known better.
You're his guy.
Speaking of Fett and no respect, you can join me every Wednesday night on the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Hopefully,
Right.
Yoko will be feeling better and be able to be back. Don't know if Dario has the night off, but join us Wednesday night at 6 p.m. found on the Fallen Fett Chronicles on YouTube. After that is more Sarlacc Digest talk with more Star Wars talk. Sorry, more Star Wars talk on the Sarlacc Digest right following my show. And then Thursday night with the Toy Migos with They're Not Dolls.
Very
For
nice.
all your Street Fighter news, which everybody was flipping out about today.
Yeah. Shout outs to Jada Toys. Their pre-orders for is it pre-orders for M Bison and Dalsim, and then are they hitting shelves yet? I know you guys got the Connect, but and you have the reviews up, but are they hitting stores?
I don't have a Connect. That's Target right there, baby.
Oh,
That's old school hunting going down right there.
you definitely don't get no respect on that one. So sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Even though, right, we had a review of today and all that, No, Ernie went to the store and hunted him himself. Yeah, no, pre-orders went up today, all over the place, and they hit tons of Target stores in all areas. It seems that the
Very
case
nice.
count is 3, so 2 Dalsim and 1 Bison. So good luck to everybody
Okay.
out there, and I hope you get them. If not, just pre-order; they'll be out. It's a lot of case of FOMO with the Streambiter ones. Please do not pay over the price. That's the whole reason why we love them, is because of the cheap price that they are and all that we get. You'll get yours. If you ordered it, it's going to be sent to you. Just because other people have it before you is okay. So good luck out there. But go hunt, and that can happen too. So
Ernie
Crazy.
doesn't just ask for free stuff. He sometimes does his own hunting.
thank you. Thank you.
Is that what you called it when you were waiting for that Carson Teva helmet? Is that your form of pre-hunting?
That
I just
was
want to be
hunting.
sure.
Different kind
I
of
just-
hunting.
I thought mine was in the mail too. Everybody got this mail package, and I sat here silently on screen. I really felt the prospect of the Fallen Fett come through on that decision. But Yoko's right. I do have a bust that nobody else has. So
Yeah, and it says you're cute on it.
there we go.
You're
That's
cutie.
right. Look at
You're
Paul says you're cute. That's what it says right there.
There's no E at the end of that.
Yes, there is.
You should hold your thumb right after the T. It's like, yeah, it says you're
See?
cute.
The
And
E
then
is
Paul's
just
like screaming. It's like, no,
covering.
it doesn't. It says he's cut.
You're
Oh, it
cute.
says you're cut. Oh, here's my
Thank you, Ernie.
helmet.
Paulie, what about you? I know you're
What
back
about
from,
me?
You're
What
back from
about
the
me?
con.
Yeah,
And,
no, I'm back from the convention. Fighting off some con crud. I've got some. It's cool because not cool. My
cool to be
YouTube
safe.
channel, I have not been able to do fun boxing Sundays in a while, but I have a really nice stockpile of toys, including a bunch of hot toys that just came in. Padme Amidala,
Ooh.
the Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan series with the cracked mask.
Nice.
Nice.
And oh god, something else came in that I'm just like, ooh, oh yeah, C3PO, the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary die-cast C3PO came in as well.
Oh,
So I've
wow.
got those 3 to choose from. A whole whack of Jazzwares Micro Galaxy Squadron ships that I want to unbox some of them. I actually got a really cool die-cast Space 1999 Eagle transporter that came in. That's a limited edition run from the movie, not the movie, the episode Dragon something. I can't. My brain is melted right now. But yeah, I'm really hoping to do a fun boxing episode this Sunday for the first time in like a month and a half. It feels like with the premiere of Avatar and everything that's been going on. Things have been very, very hectic, but I'm really, really wanting to do a fun boxing, just reconnect with everybody there and answer all questions or talk about some of my experiences with Avatar on that channel, on that show, on my channel. So again, it'll be this Sunday, Fun Boxing Sundays at probably 8 p.m. Eastern time on my channel, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. And in the meantime, yeah, you can catch me on the other socials. Instagram at Angry Up. I'm going to be posting some pictures, some of the fun things that we did at in Richmond for GalaxyCon there. And
Cool.
yeah, stay tuned.
I want to see more of that, and Yoko, I want to see some of your videos, but we'll do yours on the outro. Not yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Almost. Let's see.
Oh,
I went to Toronto Comic Con on the weekend, and I got I got a chance to ask some questions with Larry Houston, who's the producer director of X-Men the Animated Series, and my friend Carl helped me get some additional footage. So I'm putting that video together. It should be going up on Patreon either tomorrow or the day after. So if you want to see those videos early and other videos ad free, check out patreon.com/Toying Around. And of course, Toying Around ToyCon presented by eCollectibles happening April 7th. Get your tickets now on toyingaround.ca. You can see Paul and meet him there and get photos. And of course, we have a guest announcement tomorrow on Instagram around noon, I think should be good. And get your tickets. And vendor tables are almost sold out, and the regular tickets for everyone is building up. So thank you for everyone who's been supporting and sharing. Even if you can't make it, if you can share and let people know, that makes all the difference in the world. Appreciate all of you. Yoko, what about you?
What? First of
Magic.
all, sorry.
Hi,
I was
Yoko.
like, I was not
Oh.
in focus. I wanted to show off my shower bucky painting.
Oh yes,
That's
we saw.
awesome.
I
I saw
got
that.
Emerald City Comic Con was like the day before I left. I went the day, like literally the day before I left for Japan. So I haven't gotten to properly show this guy off, even though I did put him in like 2 reels already. But anyway, Katie Cook is the artist. I love her, and I went up to her and I was like, "Do you know who Shower Bucky is?" So she does like these mini watercolor paintings right at her table. And I was like, "Does Shower Bucky mean anything to you?" I guess Shower Bucky's not really a thing. Like to me, it feels like a thing. And she
Well,
was
you
like,
created it into a thing, but yes.
And I was like, okay, the what if episode with the zombies, and like I
Oh.
showed a picture that I of course have on my phone, and she looks at it for like half a second, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I got this," and she comes back and gives me this. And my favorite
That's
part is that she made his butt sparkle.
Oh, I see it now.
Do you see that? She used
Does he
that
have a
silver
metal
marker,
ass?
and it's a sparkle.
Paul, do you
Anyway.
remember when you talked about Mando the first time you were on? They were talking about fixing that X-wing pilot suit, and you're like, "Oh, I have carefully curated photos of how I've done this cosplay, and I have carefully curated photos on my phone." That's how Yoko is with her secret shower
Yeah.
bucky.
I
folder.
now have I now have 4 pieces of Shower Bucky art, 5 if I include the Nendoroid.
All right.
Do you?
I think I
That's
need to
your
start
shrine.
album.
That's
Yeah.
your shrine.
It is. It's spread out a little. My art is here. Anyway, that was my outro. I am still going to take it a little easy. So I won't stream yet tomorrow, but I will. I do plan to be. What's it called?
Back.
The Fallen Set
Fallen-
Chronicles
the
on
Fallen Set
Wednesday.
Chronicles on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to be there on Wednesday, 6:00 Pacific time.
Well,
And
thank you.
yeah, hopefully I'll work on my Japan content soon. There should be a lot of fun stuff there. So, why are you laughing?
I don't know. Just
Laughing?
working
You're thinking
with
about Gundam
Japan
and
content.
Grandma? Huh?
Yeah, it's a good combo. But yeah, Yoko, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Bring us home, Yoko. Let's
Oh,
let's
I've
wrap
got
this.
new Arcana cards to open too. I'll do that one of these days. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here with us and for the grand return of the Boba Squadron, all 4 of us. So
like
happy
that.
together. And hopefully it's all of us again next week. And thank you for hitting that thumbs up, following, liking, subscribing. Yep. I've lost steam now. Time for some
Yep.
green tea, guys.
That's
Okay.
it. Green tea. We're
Green
back.
tea.
Everyone have a great night and keep touring around. Peace. I don't have the Apple thing.
I don't either. I don't even know what the effects are. I'm gonna have to draw some on my own.
It's great to be back.
Did you know
So
that
happy.
Apple's half Japanese too?
Is it
Apple
really?
McCann?